Hey Brian, what's going on?
Hey everybody, I got Alan, and if you notice the room over there, it's actually a hotel room. Alan's on the road again. The beauty of it is that you can trade, and I I've lately had to come upstairs because my wife works, so I trade on my phone more than I've traded on my desktop. Um, but when I do, and I have an iPhone, um, but I'm sure to I have to bring, and I'll show you my Android phone as well. Because that's where my 5 minute app is. It's on my Android phone. Honestly, it's the only thing I use for my Android phone. Um, so I start every morning looking at that app, waiting for breakouts. Um, so yeah, I can't stress enough how much helpful it is to sit there and not have to wait, not have to watch for stocks waiting for a breakout. I think Alan's going to allude to today that the first of the month was kind of a curveball. And had you, and I actually held RAD overnight. Um, I'm in RAD 5.5 calls. It had a pretty good day yesterday, and I'm not in a lot, um, just a small amount. But the interesting thing that I saw with all of the stocks that I looked at is they opened up above yesterday, but then sold off. And if you look closely at the SPY, we closed below yesterday's low. So interesting thing, especially for the first of the month. I have a feeling a lot of people are waiting for the Fed. Um, I can show you.
Well,
Uh,
why don't we do this? Let's take one of your biggest stocks in the market, Visa. Let me go ahead and show you on the graph why the market did what it did. So Visa, which is one of your biggest stocks on the markets, I find is basically the telltale to the whole market. We did what we were supposed to. Um, we went ahead and did what we were supposed to on the last day of the month, and we did what we were supposed to on the first day of the month. Now, what the only guarantee you have is that you're going to go ahead and go up 100, 150 points for the first day. Then the thing is all bets are off. You had the tip there, but can you big Visa up on the 30, the 3 month chart?
yeah, that's this side. And let me zoom out as well. Um,
Is that Visa on the 3 month?
yeah, so
There it
this
is
is
right
a
there.
3 month daily
You
chart.
see, you see the problem? It's oversold. The thing is,
Over,
it's always going to come back to the line.
yeah, overbought, you mean?
It's too well, yeah, it's too overextended.
Right.
So it's not like a surprise. The thing is that it's predictable
Yeah, and
because
look
the
at,
thing is that yeah.
I was going to say, look at this for those daily traders or those non-intraday traders. Here was the 10 over 20 cross. So, which was
Hmm.
180-ish, and we're now up to 208. So that's 20 whole points on that move. Um,
But
but yeah,
the big issue is that look at the chart on the left, just for the fun of it. The chart you have on the left there, Brian.
so yeah, this
You
is the
see,
5 minute.
yeah, but I'm just trying to make a point is that, whether it's 5 minute, whether it's all day, it will always go back, to those bars. Anytime you see an overextension, it's just going to go ahead and come back to it. It's just the way it works. So,
Right.
um,
Yeah,
I
and
mean,
to point out another thing, so if you look, we did move up in the morning, but if you notice,
mhm.
none of these candles are completely above this 5 minute high. So this app would have signaled here. This is the
Well,
first.
I got a text from Dennis. that went ahead and he made a killing today because he religiously all he uses the 5 minute app. If you guys don't have that 5 minute app, it's pennies on a dollar. I mean, this thing is going to tell you exactly. You go to that app. If you brought up that app right now on your Google there, you're going to go ahead and see all puts, and they went ahead and went pretty early.
Yeah, and
The puts got triggered early. So anything you would have been in, Amazon, Google, that Apple, that these things would have triggered pretty darn early, and that you would have made a fortune today. And all it is that you're using the app.
right. And
That's just it.
I was gonna say, this morning, yeah, it looks like a red day. So, and
Yeah, well,
like I
that's what I'm trying to say. The thing is that you're fooled because you think that it's going to go ahead and go up. But the thing is that all you're guaranteed is that it's going to start out up because it's going to be 100-point up day at some point during the day. We got that, and then after it did that, then the thing is that there's no buyers, and so we saw the big drop.
yeah.
So that's all that happened.
And another thing that I did is, so like I was playing the SPY today, which had this huge move down. And I kept going back and saying, okay, well, what was the 5 minute low, which is right here, 389.30. So I kept watching to see, okay, are we going to ever retrace back up to get a better entry? And we just never did. So yeah.
Now, if you bring up a 2-day chart, you'll see something else on that. Can you bring up a 2-day?
2-day 5 minute. Right there. So here's yesterday.
You see it see it retested, and then it dropped.
Yeah. Yeah,
Mhm.
these candles here.
So even though nobody wants to hear it, from what I had told you, that it was a clear signal that would go down tomorrow, because the thing is the sellers came in and couldn't hold the first day of the month, and that we went ahead and went down.
Well,
That's a very bad sign.
and like I mentioned, and if you look, for those of you not familiar with TOS, up here, closing price. So yesterday's low, 385.26, and our close today was 384.52. So yeah, this closed below, and it looks like, maybe we do come back down to 380-ish to test this 10-day SMA.
Yeah, I think we go down. Now, one thing I did want to say too, for those that were in the Hershey trade with me, which I did very well on, so you should have been up 5,000 on that trade if you bought 10 contracts. So Hershey, a great. That's not a. Do you get the 5-day in there?
This is the daily.
Yeah, do the 5-day.
5-day, 15-minute.
Sure.
So
this is but this is
Tuesday.
what Hershey does going into Halloween. A huge upside. I think it was $10. And then I found you always go short the day before Halloween, or you wait on Halloween, then you go short. And then what happens is it gives back like half of it.
Right. Yeah, this is Tuesday. So this is Halloween, which was Monday. And then here
You see how Sullivan is. Yeah.
And what are we looking at? 220, 235 up to 240. 15, 20.
Well, no, you had it went from 230. If you bought it on Monday, it went up from 230 to 240. It was a nice move. So I was in at 231, I think, something like that. Yeah. I ended up selling. I made a good profit and then bought back in.
Yeah. And again, this looks extended as well. So,
It is. It's going to go back down, but it does every time. It's a crazy trade. It goes up into Halloween, then after Halloween it goes down. It's just like it's crazy.
yeah,
But it's like all the other patterns there. So
right.
well, excellent, Brian. I think I'm going to go to the Penguins game.
Oh, really? Nice. Good for the
Yeah,
Penguins.
everybody was heading down to the game. I'm like, man, give me some minutes. I got to go ahead and talk to the 5 minute
Gotta check in
group,
with me
and
first.
I call the money, and yeah, and then yeah, and then I was like, man, it's like I was like, man, I gotta go to the game, you know. So yeah, their Penguins are playing the Bruins. So
Boston. Okay.
yeah,
Nice.
so
Cool. Yeah.
sweet.
Okie doke.
Hey, thanks for your patience tonight, Brian. And I'll be back on schedule next week.
Next week. Yeah. And then I think, is it the week after we're headed to San Antonio? I gotta check.
After Thanksgiving, or something like that. Yeah, whatever it is.
I think
I'll
it's
have
the
to look.
18th.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. Oh, so is it the week before?
Yeah, week before. So,
Oh, that's right. Okay.
okie
Yeah,
doke.
excellent. Sounds good.
Well, thank you. Um, Hope everybody has a great week. We'll have fun at the
Sweet.
at the Bruins game.
Yeah, we'll do.
So, okie doke. We'll see you later.
All right.
Bye,
Okay.
everyone.